Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. As y'all can tell by the title of the video, we're gonna be taking an early look at the Air Jordan 11 in the cherry / varsity red colorway. What's up, y'all? How has everyone been? Happy holidays, happy early holidays, that is. I'm trying to stay warm out here in California. It's freaking raining outside. I don't know if y'all can tell. Very gloomy weather, very cold and chilly weather. But to spice things up and to make things a little bit more hot, we're taking a look at the Air Jordan 11 in the cherry / varsity red colorway, courtesy of the homie Dusty 0223. So huge shout out to Dustin for this pair right here. For those of you that didn't know, there was already a shock drop on this Jordan 11 pair, and it happened on Sneakers app. And I saw the notification, but the problem was I was in an area where I wasn't really getting too much connection. So I was there just watching the circle spin, and I was like, yo, I need this pair for this review. Didn't get them, but the homie Dustin did. So we're taking a look at his pair today. Once again, shout out to the boy Dusty. We're taking a look at a size 11 pair. Now this sneaker will be dropping on December 10th, 2022 for the retail price of $225. Ouch! With that almost 10% tax rate we have out here in California, we're spending about $245-ish on this shoe, maybe even $250 after shipping. So this is a higher priced Jordan 11, but it is Jordan 11. But let's go ahead and take a look at these things. We got one, we got two. Starting off with the box, I love these boxes right here. Some of the older Jordan 11 boxes had like two-factor authentication system. They had like a fingerprint system, Face ID. It just felt like you were cracking a safe when you would pull the shoes out, and I didn't like that. But this right here, you just drop the top off real quick. I like this, it's so much easier. But all right, y'all, let's take a look at the Jordan 11 in the varsity red / cherry colorway. Now, whenever I take a look at an Air Jordan, it always reminds me of high school. If you guys have been into sneakers about the same time that I've been into sneakers, you would have that nostalgic feeling when you see an Air Jordan 11 up close in person. It seems like almost every holiday there's an Air Jordan 11 release, and it feels like if we didn't get a release at the end of the year that wasn't a Jordan 11, it almost feels like there's something missing, you know what I mean? Even if it's a colorway that you're not really into, we're just used to seeing Jordan 11s at the end of the year. Now, some of the most iconic drops that I personally remember were the Concord 11s back in 2011, and then the Bread 11s in 2012. With those releases, I feel like that really put it on the map for people that weren't even sneakerheads to draw their attention to the Jordan 11 model and just sneakers in general. It was just different at that time. I feel like a lot of people know about sneakers now. It's a lot more mainstream, but back in the day when people saw the craziness at the malls for the Concord 11s and, you know, all of the craziness that came with it, people were intrigued. Pretty much when you had a pair of Jordan 11s in high school, you were the shit. Some of the most iconic features of the Air Jordan 11s besides the patent leather has to be the Icy Sole. Now, I remember back then when I had my Concord 11s and I wore them to school, I would scrub these soles down every single time I would wear them because I'd be scared of them yellowing. At this point, I'm way over that, but let me know if you guys had that same feeling when you guys were coming up into sneakers as well. Nowadays, it seems like the Icy soles stay a lot more icy longer, so that's pretty cool to see. And it all started when Jordan Brand started tinting the Icy soles with a hint of blue. And I always think that that little hint of blue makes the biggest difference. I think it makes it look super nice, and I can't complain when it comes to the bottoms for an Air Jordan 11. Now, don't forget, this is a basketball shoe, so we're gonna see the herringbone tractioning hits on the front of the shoe as well as the heel. And of course, if you have been watching sneaker YouTube for a while, I guarantee you every single review has this in it. I'm gonna just do it for the nostalgia right here. Ah, that got my neck tingling a little bit. When fakes were so much easier to spot, you could just tell by the carbon fiber shank down here, the noise that it would make and the feeling of it, because those pieces would be like plastic. So it'd be super smooth. It wouldn't have that carbon fiber texture. But back in the day, we used to just Yeah, these are legit. These are legit. That really brings me back. Now, when we're talking about an Air Jordan 11, we're not really talking about the material. There's nothing that's gonna blow you away quality-wise when it comes to a Jordan 11. This shoe right here is more for aesthetic purposes, in my opinion. I really don't see too many people playing ball in these, but I do like this sneaker right here for the versatility. This shoe, just because of that classic patent leather look, can be dressed up, can be dressed down, can be dressed however you want it. Now, we've seen some pictures of Air Jordan 11s being worn at weddings, being worn at prom, being worn at graduation. I remember my homie back in the day, he wore the DMP 11s to his graduation for middle school. And I was like, dude, that's crazy. That was just like, yo. Now that I'm older though, I'm not sure if I would wear these to any special occasion, to be honest. I'm just more of like a Cole Haan wingtip kind of dude when it comes to, you know, dressing up for occasions. I just feel more classy that way. In some cases, I can see you could get away with it because it just has that like flashy look. It's something with the patent leather, always looks flashy on the Air Jordan 11s. Now, if you guys have never had a pair of these before, they fit true to size. So if you're a size 10, get yourself a size 10 and you'll be good to go. Jordan 11s aren't always the most comfortable in my opinion, but they're not horrible. On a scale of like 1 to 10, 10 being the most comfortable, I would give these like a 7.5. Nothing too crazy, they're just average in my opinion. Whenever I would get a brand new Air Jordan 11 as a kid, I would just look at the small little details. So for anyone that's getting into sneakers for the first time, the laces represent the net of a basketball hoop. So I thought that was like a super nice and classic touch to it. It just never gets old to me. And then if you're wondering what the tag says right here, it says Jump Man Jordan. Now you have to twist the shoe this way to read it. Before I was like, dude, I could never read this until I twisted it. Way back then, a lot of the fakes would have the tag on the 4th spacing. So seeing anything with the 3rd spacing right here, you know for sure it's legit. But now, I mean, you know, the fakes are getting so good. On the back of the shoe, of course, we have our Embroidered Jump Man, and another telltale sign would be the ball lining up with the gap in between the 2 and the 3 on the back. So this 2-3 right here, this one isn't embroidered in. This is more of just like a heat transfer film. So I don't know if this is gonna crack over time. It usually tends to crack, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. And for the insole, we have a red insole with the white Jordan Jumpman. Now these pairs are hitting for about $300 right now, and this shoe is going to release next week. So I'm curious to see how this release is going to go. Now there were some issues that happened, I think a month or 2 ago, where about $800,000 worth of sneakers were stolen from Memphis, Tennessee, and the Jordan 11 Cherry happened to be one of them. So a lot of the shoes that were being sold a few weeks ago were the stolen pairs, and then these ones just came from sneakers. I don't know if that did a lot of damage in terms of the stock quantity or anything like that. Typically for the Jordan 11s, after all of the events that we've seen, all the horrific events, Jordan Brand has been pretty good at producing more pairs of these because they know that the demand is going to be pretty high. I mean, there's people that aren't even sneakerheads that love the Jordan 11. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. I don't think that this is going to be super hard to get, but I also don't think that these are going to sit on shelves, because a lot of Jordans these days have been sitting on shelves. But it's the holidays, it's a Jordan 11, it's a clean one, just white and red. You can't really go wrong with it. For me on this one, I'm going to have to pass on it because I've owned a lot of white and red Air Jordan sneakers before, and the 11 isn't typically like my go-to sneaker. I'd rather wear a Jordan 1. So yeah, these are a pass for me. Not because they're ugly or anything, I just feel like I don't need it. It's nothing too groundbreaking for me, but you guys let me know if you're gonna be copping these on December 10th, 2022. I'm doing a 20% off all of the custom goods on my website right now. There's no code needed. You can get keychains, card holders, Apple Watch bands, all made with 100% authentic material, and these are already made and ready to go. So if you guys are looking for perfect stocking stuffers or perfect gifts to give this year, hit the link down below in the description or visit my website at shopsotopia.com, where I have a bunch of sneakers on there as well. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video right here. Once again, huge shout out to Dusty0223 for letting us check out his pair in hand and up close and personal a little bit early. All right, make sure to show him some love on Instagram, and I'll see you guys very soon for the next video. It's your boy Sneakerhead in the Bay. Have a beautiful day. I'm out. Peace.